Hi there, Michelle with Cielo Sober Living, Spiritual Foundations Show, Inspiring Interviews podcast. With today we have Vito, and Vito is going to share with you his journey to recovery, and what it was like, what it's like, and well, what it's like today here at Cielo. So, Vito, I am so thankful that you were willing enough to say yes to being interviewed on the spot. So thank you, first of all. And then second of all, like, yeah, what was it like growing up for you, Vito?
Yeah, my childhood was actually not as bad as some of the stories I've heard. I was blessed to have two parents that were, at least in public, the persona of a family.
Mm,
They were happy family vacations, love, and
nice.
in the outside, but behind closed doors, it was a little different. And I was old enough to realize it early. So
Mm,
yeah, I did hear a lot of the fights and a lot of the
no.
but I always saw that as normal. I figured that was
Yeah,
it
what
was
we see, right? What we
yeah,
see, we
it's
learn.
what we learned. It's always going to be good and bad with everything. Unfortunately, with everything there's bad. So I just figured it as normal, and it wasn't until later on in life when my parents separated. I was 18 years old already, so I
All
was
right,
already
okay.
grown.
Me too, 18 actually.
Yeah.
How funny.
So,
Yeah. And then
um,
what happened for Vito right after parents divorced? Did that affect you? Did you think like, oh, that's,
I
right?
went on a spiral. I'm a
Mm,
very my fight or flight instincts are very very strong. And when it comes to people that I love and family members, like I don't choose to fight, so I fly
okay.
and
Yeah.
I fly straight to my addiction as hard as I can.
Oh,
And
did you right from there? You went like
uh,
boom, right? Like
oh, I
bam,
was
yeah.
already I was already in my addiction. I started meth at 15,
Oh, wow.
and once again, like I said, it was
How did you even know about meth at that young of an age? Like, were you even
um, my
famous?
grandmother passed away, and I used to make a joke about it. I used to say it like a joke, but it was very serious to me. It
Hmm.
was like the leash was unleashed off the dog, and I was just out, gone when she
But
was
how do you find?
my cousins, I had older
Okay.
cousins,
Okay, I
and
see.
it was I saw a cousin of mine getting high, and I was and I don't ever blame any. I'm the drug addict. I'm
All
smart,
right.
and I told him, I
Mm-hmm.
said, let me get some of that, and he told me, no, what the hell's wrong with you? And I said, I've already done that. I've already
Had you, or were you
never.
just saying
I just
that?
said
Oh,
that, and
yeah.
so it was. I tricked
Yeah.
him. I tricked him into letting me get high,
Mm.
and yeah, I should have realized it, but not thinking about it. The very next day, I just ditched school and came back.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I was like, yeah, it was on and cracking from then, and it was really just little sprees.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
my drug
I
addiction
remember that
days,
too.
yeah, it
Yeah, in the
was
beginning,
seriously like seven.
until it's just a
It started off
lifestyle.
at 14 days was my limit. 14 days,
Hmm.
I could stay awake, and
Oh
then
wow.
yeah, yeah. So I
That's so gnarly because I know, like, for me, a week, I'm happy to least I can tell you what. Until because the delusion to go to sleep because delusions hit, and
yeah.
it's
So
not fun.
I learned that the hard way, and I've never so I've drank, I've smoked meth, and I started before I did meth, I was doing cocaine.
Oh,
Cocaine was my drug of choice
yeah.
until there was no more good cocaine.
Got it.
And then everything was cut with meth, and so I said, you know what, it's cheaper. Let me just stick to
Hmm.
this. It does the same. It does better effect actually for me because I have really low like not lazy. I'm lazy, but I'm
Were you
not.
gonna say self-esteem?
Yeah, I have low self esteem.
Confidence.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
low self esteem, and I'm not very energetic for some
Did you
reason.
think that, like, you so you, of course you felt energy,
So my dad
but then now you
constantly
don't.
apologizes to me still today. When I think I showed you pictures of me when I was younger.
Uh huh.
I wasn't very good. I can never get a six pack because my fucking body's a V shape, and but I had a four pack, and I
Okay.
played soccer 7 days a week, and I was very athletic.
You're fit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to get called fat by my dad, by some of my family
Oh.
members, and I don't, and I get it because my brothers, my brother, my dad, my uncles are all skinny, like
Oh.
skinny, ribbed and shit like
Yeah.
that. So,
Oh.
so I was the abnormal person in the family. So that's why I get they understood. They thought I was fat, and then I love to eat. even when I was in good shape, I love to eat. I just have to go run some more that day. So I'm like, shit.
I love to eat
Yeah.
too. And I like to exercise, thank God too. But
Just keeping that
being
balance.
still like really, I mean, I hear you, and I know how hard it is to get like verbally abused and picked on about your body image while you're still in your formative years about how you see yourself, how the world sees you, and digesting that and really building your idea about things around that. And
So I didn't know. I didn't
it's
know.
challenging. That's a big challenge, really.
I didn't know I really held that deep down until I really just when I went to rehab this time. This is the first time I went to rehab, but this time when I
Oh,
went to
good.
rehab, I didn't know I actually had see
Harbored some
trauma, a
feelings,
little bit of
some
trauma.
feelings about
I
it.
call it a little bit of trauma because
Sure.
I was the way I was raised. I was my feelings are. It's not that they don't matter. It's just you're a boy, rub some dirt on it. That's the way I was
Oh, like
raised.
you're supposed to man up
The
and
tough
not
guy
feel about it.
persona. You know, you have to be the tough guy. And we
Yeah.
used to
And your
make
Latin background too.
yes.
Yeah.
So you know,
Got
and
it. But
it was always taught to me like that.
it's so important, don't you think, that now just like honoring your feelings and let yourself have a feeling that just because you're a man doesn't mean you absolutely, we all as human beings have feelings, and it's important to honor them. So how did you learn how to do that in rehab a little?
I was able to open up to. I was lucky enough to meet a lady that was a counselor there, and
Hmm.
she cracked my wall. She
Good.
just hit me as a motherly figure to me. So
Yeah, I felt safe.
yeah, she reminded me of my abuela. So it's like I'm
Good.
like, and then she would tell. And yeah, I told you everybody. Most of the counselors there were all ex addicts, or they're all addicts and in recovery, and
Hmm.
you know sober so many years. And she would tell us stories, and well, she would relate and tell her experiences, and and I'm like, and I
Yeah.
look at her and I go, not you. You're
Uh,
so innocent.
it's so funny how people will judge a book by its cover, and we
Yeah.
learn later not the case, right? And thank God, because later we become aware that, like, our inner world is really what creates the outer world, and then our outer world changes based on our actions, right? And our inner world changes, all of it. It starts with the inside and then goes out, right? But yeah, that's what they say about the big book. It's all plain like it is because they don't want you to judge it before you crack it open. So, and then after your journey through rehab and getting to do some therapeutic conversational work and perhaps some healing, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I've heard it said before, like I said, I grew up, my grandfather was in the AA for many 40 something, I think 40 something years.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
my grandmother before him was an Al Anon. So I grew up in the Al Anon community,
Oh, wow.
but I was just there for the pan dulces and the coffee
Uh-huh.
with the
Whatever
mostly,
gets you there, right? I
yeah.
mean, really.
But I was a little kid
But
at
I
the
mean,
time. I was a child,
uh-huh.
so
Those are good messages to be
yeah.
I
And
just
I don't
love
know if
Al-Anon. Oh my
you ever
gosh.
been to the Al-Anons in Spanish and stuff. It's like
Oh, that's so
they're
cool.
they have
I
no holds
haven't.
bar. There's no holds bar. There's a lot of cussing, a
Oh,
lot of
really?
talking, a
Oh,
lot of
wow.
yelling, and the way it's not even being mad. It's just the way they speak.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, I'm over here like, where am I?
yeah.
So it was kind of yeah.
Hmm.
So I was very never drawn to the AA meetings, and even when I went to rehab, it was my selfish reasons at the beginning.
Hmm.
I had my say the phrases. I had my oh my god, what's the word? Reservations.
Okay.
I had my own I had reservations.
Yeah.
You know, so but it took me. Luckily, it took me like a little bit more than 3 weeks to to really accept it because I got to the rehab loaded, and I was like, I'm high. They told me they were gonna drug test me, and I was like, I'm high right now. They're like, so
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I'm getting kicked out. I was like, I was hoping in my head,
Well, some rehabs do detox, so
yeah. So I
thankful.
was like, I was lucky enough for them to accept me, and I
Yeah.
must have had that look of a lost puppy because they showed me a lot of love. And I was.
Good.
I remember the feeling. My body was just drained. I went on a 2 week bender,
Yeah.
and yeah, burned a lot of bridges in those two
How long did you
weeks.
stay there?
I planned on staying there for 30 days. 30
Uh-huh.
days went to 60 days.
Oh,
60 days went to 90 days.
nice.
And yeah, so I was,
That's good.
yeah,
That's great. I stayed 6 months, but back in the
yeah.
day,
Oh,
they would
there's
keep
people.
people that
There's
long.
people that could do that. There's
Is that
people
right?
that were doing it. Yeah, my
Just me, I wanted to leave at one point. My parents were like, "Oh, you need to remember where you came from." Yeah,
so
okay.
yeah, I was really tempted. So I, besides the lady that was like I remember my grandmother through her, there was another gentleman that was there, and he was, they say God works in mysterious ways, and it's very true.
Yes.
I've learned that at my age now, and he put these two people in my life in my classes teaching me, and they both have different styles of teaching, and he's more of a like on the board, hands-on, active type of teacher, and she's more of a I'll listen to you, I want to hear you speak, and then she's gonna force you to speak. She's gonna make sure you participate.
Yeah,
So it was very different type of teachings, and I got a lot of both of them, and he was the one that would tell me, like he's the one that got me to open up and finally admit that I was a fucking addict, and I was like, how did you do that? Like it just came out the way, and I didn't say I'm an addict. I just identified my past and my present problems, and I'm like, yeah, all these stupid drugs.
Maybe it does check out.
So I remember, and he said, and I won't forget this saying what he told me. He says, if sobriety wasn't fun, he goes, I love fun. He goes, if sobriety wasn't fun, I wouldn't be here today.
That's right.
And I'm like,
we're not a glove line.
Yeah, I got really like I said, God works in mysterious ways. I was lucky that I was supposed to leave on Sunday, and because of the ride that was coming to pick me up at the county, I couldn't get picked up on the weekend, so I had to wait until Monday. Okay. I was supposed to be on Saturday, and I couldn't leave until Monday, so I was able to stay there, and we went to the river at the rehab. We went to the river for our little day off, and we had a little light lunch there, and snacks and stuff, and then we went swimming. And it was a group of guys. It was, I want to say, like 15 of us. Yeah. And it was literally the first time. Like, I had fun in the house, and we went swimming and stuff like that. But that's just normal stuff. I've never had going to the beach, going to the river, going without drinking, without drugging, without any kind of substance. I never thought I could have fun like that. And we were playing football. We were playing, we were swimming in the river.
I love it.
Yeah, and we were having a great time.
That's so gorgeous.
And I was like, and I told the guys in the meetings, because we had a meeting in the house, and I told them, I said, like I said, you guys were my recovery. I was the last. I was the longest member there. Careful
with that one though, Vito, because people will fail you.
But
I get you.
Yeah, no, and when I say people, yeah, when I say they were my recovery, I don't mean them specifically. It's just this environment. They gave me they gave me the ability to realize that I could have a friendship, in sobriety. In sobriety. I've never had. I've never had sobriety.
Even more fun for me.
Yeah, I can remember everything that happened.
And there's that piece too. Always a plus.
So
especially when you're sober and doing and doing right things that are in alignment with God's will and enjoying your life, which I think God wants us all to do. And He's smiling on you when you're like playing like a kid and enjoying, life and others. Yeah. With us, within us, all around us. It's just like a good feeling, So there was that, and then did you get busy with the step work at any point yet?
I have not. We've been on a standstill. My sponsor has been really busy. I've been calling. I text him every morning. I send him my gratitude list. Even sometimes I'm like, I'm not a morning person really. Sometimes because I want to say insomnia. Is that what it's called? I have trouble sleeping at night. And it's because of all the drugs and all the, And
we have some calm magnesium here you can drink.
Matthew said he had bad dreams with that, so I'm scared of that.
Blame it on the magnesium, huh? Maybe you finally went to sleep. Your sleep is just like your subconscious working things out, so whatever comes up, and like you work through it.
I don't want to know what's up there. No, but I might try that. But yeah, I do have trouble sleeping sometimes, and
hence the sponsor though. Like that's gonna be great for you. I'm really excited for you to get with that. And I know like your homework assignment last week was to be done with step 1. So
Yeah, he's really good. He's when I don't pick up right away, because one day I slept in.
Just ask for what you need.
Yeah.
Like ask him like, hey, listen, I need to be complete with step 1. Did you do that yet?
Yeah, I told him
Okay.
we're gonna meet up. We're supposed to meet up soon.
You have to
I
make
saw him
appointments.
yesterday. I saw him yesterday. He leads a 7 o'clock meeting right there in Press Plaza. So I was like, yeah.
Oh, which one? Oh wait, I shouldn't ask. I used to go there regularly
Yeah.
that particular time. Then I've been going to noon, and then today I went to 9.
The beginner, I think it's the beginners meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, he was kind of, I don't know how it was yesterday. He was kind of nervous, and
Oh, I even know who is your sponsor. I met him.
yeah, Willie.
I know he's
So
such a love. I've watched his whole journey.
Yeah.
When he got here.
Yeah, he told me.
So great. It's you're gonna love that, watching people grow up around here, and them getting to watch you grow up is such a gift.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of bummed out, so I'm at 126 days sober today.
Nice.
And
nice.
And I'm like, there's no 4-month chip. There's no. So I gotta wait for 6 months.
Oh my god! I think in Florida they do that, or there are other states that do that. But just for yourself, do that. Like acknowledge yourself, prize yourself.
Oh, I
do something you love for
Yeah.
yourself. Nurturing today, to celebrate yourself.
It's so funny.
You don't need other people always, to acknowledge you. But
Yeah.
even though hey, you've got.
I was telling Willie. I told my sponsor that I had a rough, not a rough week, but a rough couple of days. Told my truck broke down on me.
All these things.
All these little things, and then I got somebody calling me. They wants me to come pick them up, and it's like she's still in her addiction. I can't do that, and I had to set boundaries. And I was really. And then the day my truck broke down, mom's triggered the shit out of me, and I was like, I love you, mom, but take me home. Please take me home. Just drop me off already. And Willie's like, call me. And I said, I plan every time I do, I plan on calling you, but I have so many people at this house that just help me.
It's nice that you can just. So I've stepped out and just, hey, excuse me, I need to make a phone call. Yes. Boom, just that easy. Step out. Take a break.
We were in the car.
Oh,
I couldn't go nowhere unless I wanted to jump out.
Oh my!
And then it was the most. It was thank God I find humor in a lot of things. I use humor as one of my biggest coping skills.
Yeah, me too.
And I had to make myself laugh because she asked me, why are you getting so mad? Because I stayed quiet and she it was so cute
because why are you not getting mad?
No, why am I getting so mad?
Oh, because you figured you were.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's adorable. She doesn't realize what triggered the shit out of me. So I have to laugh about things and stuff like that just to get.
I acknowledge you for restrain a pen and tongue. Like you held it together to not like lash out or be reactive, and that's really respectful to your mom and to yourself.
Yeah. That was my biggest fear coming out of rehab, because I remember it clearly the day it dawned on me like a light bulb turning on, that I was in a meeting and somebody was speaking, and I don't know what it was. We were talking, and just something he said, it dawned on me, my mom's my biggest trigger and she's my backbone.
Well, the people that are the closest to us often are. That pretty much is how it works. It's like, and they say our family, they can push all our buttons because they made all the buttons, Our first blueprint, Vito, but you get to create a new blueprint for yourself, for your foundation, for how you show up in the world. And that's going to happen with you and your sponsor, and then all the men that you're going to get to sponsor along the way, because you're just going to keep repeating that work with other guys that want help. And it's just such a blessing. Really, I'm excited for you. I'm so thankful you made it here and you're part of the family here at Cielo. Speaking of that, I guess I can ask you, like, how has been your life experience at Cielo so far?
Oh, it's been great. Like I was telling my sponsor, I said,
I hope he said something nice.
Yeah, so it's very welcoming here. I sometimes forget when I'm having a day. I forget to call my sponsor, and because I have so many people here that I can talk to.
Yeah,
it's my outlet here. I'm lucky enough to make friends.
You do. You've made some good friends.
Yeah, so
I see that.
It's very easy to talk to everybody, and everybody. Nobody in particular, just everybody. I was just sitting out here with D, and we were talking and laughing, and I was like, You know, I'm very welcoming. So I love making friends,
Sure.
no
And
matter what
Colleen and
age.
you were always laughing
Yeah,
and joking around. It's so great. It's like a lot of
yeah, it's very.
healthy sharing within one another, and I think that's great. You
It's good when you find somebody you can talk to and you could just forget about some of the bad things in life and just let's laugh at a
light,
dumb cat video.
What's I say? Rule 62: don't take your life too seriously. Don't take
Yeah.
yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that's good stuff. All right. Well, anything you want to? How about you take your glasses off for me for a minute? Look into the camera and share what words of wisdom thus far in your journey as a man who's recovering from drugs and alcohol addiction can you share? What would you suggest?
When life's gonna get hard no matter what. We always gonna have a bad day. I got this taught to me by a teacher, and he told me that we're always gonna have a bad day eventually. And that's no fairy tale. There's no life is fairy tale. But when life gets hard, it's that toolbox that you gain in your recovery. We spoke about it yesterday, and the more tools you have, the more easier it is to build on those bad days. You know, to get through them.
Mm-hmm.
And just the people you surround yourself is what you're going to be feeling like sometimes. And it took me a long time to realize that I was always around negative downers. Just always looking for a sag, always looking for a drink, always looking for anything to numb us. And I didn't never saw it as numbing, but it's just the people you surround yourself.
So surround yourself with
like-minded people, and if you
want
to be miserable, hang around miserable people.
I mean, like you said, we have a bad day, but we can overcome that and then live in the solution.
And be of help.
Service.
Yeah, be of help. That's the one thing I learned that helped me a lot. Yeah. Like the more you're of service, it's weird because everybody needs service in their life. We need some help.
You just did that today.
Yeah,
like, you're in a meeting with us, and then you went and moved the table so she has this art study area in front of her room.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. I've been wanting that for a minute.
Yeah, it's the little things like your little sauna. I was like, I never pay attention to the sauna.
That's a client sauna. I have one. That's
okay. I moved it over there, and I was like,
and don't you know she used it the next day with
okay, cool. I was like, it's little things, just be of service. It's not gonna take nothing out of your life. It's just something, if you could do it, do it.
Something out of
it gives you a little. It gives you
purpose.
Yep, it doesn't take nothing. It gives you more. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for our talk today. I hope that you heard something that maybe helps your day go a little brighter and encourages you to stay in the work and move forward or go find help. Oh, I certainly am here to help if you need that. I am Michelle Garcia. I'm founder, owner of Cielo Sober Living and Spiritual Retreats. You can reach me, my toll-free number or my website, cielosoberliving.com. So just a little plug for my sober house, right?
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of other resources I'm happy to share. But we are a 12-person community and we do have availability. So we are co-ed and we're nestled in Cathedral City, California. That would be near Palm Springs, California. And thanks for sharing time with Vito and I, this beautiful moment in time. Take care. The good in me, as always, sees the good in you. Namaste.